But I'm always trying to
Postal
find out so
wall.
that people in my prayers, you know, if there's any.
It's every.
Oh, is it?
Oh, you don't have to reach
Yeah,
out.
you got much more fun than we do. It hit it? Did it really?
Where were you playing? My husband and I need to go out to the one. I want to say Pine Mills, but I don't think that's right.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I love playing that course because it was very.
Yeah.
That
There's
is,
water, my fault, little my fault.
it's like, it's some kind of magnet, and I cannot play. That's some of the courses that have like a highway, has on one of their courses, it's going there. And I know it. I might as well just throw
Like a
it in
magnet.
there.
There's a course in Coeur d'Alene, I forget what hole it is, you gotta row out green.
What?
Yeah.
Hey!
Seriously?
Oh, what's up? How are you doing?
Yeah.
How are you? Good.
So do you just, I would walk around and just draw. I'd be like, I'll start here. I'll take 2 strokes.
No, you gotta get on the green, and then once you're on the green, row your boat, catch a rowboat, with your putter, in Coeur d'Alene.
So the first part of that, I would never do. So I would have to like.
Yeah, skip the whole entirely.
The hole.
Yeah. I lose a lot of balls there.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it doesn't take much.
And there's another one similar that the green moves, floats around. Not real fast,
Yeah.
you know.
It just,
But, you know, if you play today, it's over here and the guy's behind you, you know, it might be over there,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. The one on, in East on 20, I think it's in Van Zandt County, I mean, it's like right off of 20, you can see the course, and the 18th hole, and there's like a plane strip there and all that. That 18th hole goes over water, then you've got your green, and then there's a clubhouse, right behind it. Hit it every time, because I don't want to hit it in water. So, yeah, I need to play. I need to go play. It sounds like
Well,
They really updated Mineola too, that they really made some.
oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't played it.
You know, that guy lives here at Hawkins,
yeah.
worked at a professional thing, they hired him at Mineola and he really put the green back in shape.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That would be another one that I could play. That would be okay. It's the water, man, that gets me every time. It's all up here.
I've got a lot of
Oh, I just like to drive around with a golf cart, hang out with my husband. I probably should actually go.
What a great golf cart driver. Yeah, I know exactly where to position it and each.
Yeah. That's what I should do after the house, offer to drive my husband.
Yeah. Get your little brown water, you know.
Like every once in a while, he'll go on a hole that I know I can do. Because every time he messes up, I have my camera right now.
I don't like shit when it comes to that. Yeah, I think it's
That's why it's
Yeah.
That's fun.
This number?
Oh, that's a win-win.
That would be so.
How good is your husband?
That's really good.
Too many treats.
And now it's
Yeah.
the pictures.
We haven't played in so long. We go out.
Do you really? They're so bad. I just showed them like a month ago.
He's a big fisher, so.
I just like these little flat on the back.
Nothing gets anyway. Yeah.
I saw those the other day. Yeah, with the low thing in the back, yeah. Were they really? Hayden.
I know.
You have Hayden?
No, I just had this conversation that I have here. Now, I did a place them. $6 feet. I was like, yeah. Well, they need to be on sale for me to get them. All right. Go ahead and get started, call it to order. Regular city council meeting, 6 p.m., March 17th, 2025. Let's go ahead and do our invocation. We'll stand and then we'll do our pledge of allegiance after.
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you again for a beautiful day you provided for us. We just ask your blessing over this meeting. We pray for our mayor, our council members, the employees, fire department, police department, our constable, anyone that's involved in making our city a better place. We just pray for a very profitable and productive meeting tonight. We ask this now in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Dan, just because you just sat down, I'm going to ask you to stand back up.
Anybody first?
Mr. Gant is with the Greater Hawkins Veterans Association. He's going to give us an update on the Veterans Memorial Park.
So we've been doing a lot of work there. We have recently, our sprinkler system was split into running off the pond and running off city. We've put all of it on the city because the pond is not reliable. And so we've got that done. We've renewed our contract with the maintenance people that are gonna do the lawn maintenance and stuff there to include that top little part of the knoll that the former police chief called me about and said we were getting complaints about. We didn't realize that was ours, but it is, so when we negotiated our new maintenance contract, they're gonna include all that, so we'll keep it looking nice. The rear blade of the helicopter was tied down with a guy wire. It's come loose. And it's in the middle of the pond, it's hard to get to. We talked to a couple of subject matter experts. It's gonna take a bucket, to reach out there and reattach it. So I drove down to Tyler, got with a couple of the rental agencies, equipment rental people. And just so happens, Herc Rentals, outside sales rep, lives in Hawkins. And he's like, yeah, I intimately know that. So he took what would normally be $2,000, and he said, this is what I'll do. Give you a 125-foot bucket. I'll give it to you for 8 hours. I'll charge you for 4. I won't charge you delivery. I won't charge you pickup. So it's a little bit less than $1,500, like $1,300 something dollars. We need some help with that. We need to raise those funds in order to get that done. But when we get it done, we're gonna maximize it by replacing all of the LED marker lights on the helicopter. There is a retired helicopter pilot that lives here in town. He's a veteran, and he has access to everything that we need. He'll actually do the work for us because he's familiar with that bird. And he's old enough that he's actually flown that bird. So he knows what needs to be done and that kind of thing. We talked to Dathan at Precision Sprinklers, right? He's the one that did our sprinkler work. So he's also gonna look at repairing our spillway, which is that, it's got that spillway that feeds up. It was incorrectly done. It's been leaking. It's no bueno. So he's gonna give us a price on that. That'll be, a separate line item. And then there is a motion maker in the water that gyrates up and down, and it makes concentric circles in the water, and it looks like the rotor blades are turning, and it's, rotor wash. That's not working. So Dathan said, between him and Tyler at TTL Electric, they'll work together to try to get that sorted out and get that up to stuff. But our main thing right now is we need to, and we'll go to the chamber or the economic committee, but we need to try to get about $1,500 to get that bucket truck, so that we could get the helicopter to be safe again and get all the lights working and either update the mannequins or at least sit them back up properly and see so they don't look like they're on meth.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and the grass is coming back. We're looking at, right now we've got the PVC pipe with the yellow rope outlining the road. We want to use the pressure treated poles that are around the actual memorial. We want to make it all match. So another thing we're going to do is we're going to put a bid in for that to see if we could get 2 or 3 bids on that to make it all look uniform and stuff. And yeah, it's going great. It's looking good. We had the new engravings done in the past couple of months, where we added some more veterans to the wall, including my brother. So that was really cool. And yeah, I think it's going good. It's coming around pretty well. And that's about all I got.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Also love to hear that there are so many people in Hawkins that have stepped up and get to be a part of it. Their company's getting to be a part of it, so.
Yeah, we're using all local vendors, we're not going outside for anything, because there's guys here that do that work. I mean, there's plenty of them. And I gotta tell you, the other day, I was doing a trash run the other day, just checking, you know, and there were 3 young families out there just walking around and, you know, and I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was great, you know, they were actually doing, you know, one was, they had their Sonic and they were on the picnic bench and stuff, you know,
Yeah.
2 little kids and a mom and dad. And then another family out there walking around, and it's just such a worthwhile park and stuff, it's just really beautiful for the city. So we wanna do our best to keep it up that way.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Discuss and vote on 2025 Consumer Price Index adjustments to municipal telecommunications right-of-way access line rates.
We're just gonna vote if we're gonna, we're just gonna vote if we're gonna raise the rates that they said in section 2,
Right.
and if we're not, if we're declining it, that's all we need to.
Right. And when it says page 2, when you read the first page, when it says page 2, it's actually the back page.
So is this basically access and then like the right of way lines for different companies?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the 2025 Consumer Price Index adjustment.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Thank you. Okay, discuss and vote on accepting the Republic franchise fee.
Yeah, we got a 6:30 that we
Yes.
gotta get to.
We appreciate you very much.
Okay.
Thank you for making the middle of our town look wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please.
If we, on this Hawkins franchise fee from Republic Trash Company, it tells you right there on the, in this thing, if we, like our monthly average is $1,500, this is money back to the city.
Correct.
And then that's just a total for the 2024, it'd be 18,000 and some change.
Right.
And we can need all the money we need.
Could average it out to like 1,500
Do what?
per month.
Yeah.
These fees the Republic pays for franchise, it's not basically charged for the individual, this is what the Republic pays for the city.
For the
Yes.
city, yes.
Yeah.
If you get 100 months, 18,000, which is like.
I'm just making sure it's clarified.
Yeah, but
It varies every month, it just varies.
we've got, you know, yeah. It's a low average. Which is wise.
I make a motion to accept the Republic franchise fee.
I second the motion.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right. Discuss and vote on approving the revised Hawkins Fire Department Constitution and bylaws.
Yeah, so back in October, it was October, we opened up to start looking over our constitution and bylaws, updating it, because it hadn't been done since probably the 40s. So we've made some changes in your packets. I provided copies of that. I apologize to highlight if it messes anything up, but it looked a lot better on computer screen. But yeah, we're just looking for y'all's approval to accept our constitution and bylaws. The things that are highlighted are the things that we changed. Things that are not highlighted, we did not mess with. They were just as the original.
I can't have remembered after having read over some of these bylaws when I first came on the council that it had been that long time.
It probably has.
And so I move that we accept the new constitution and bylaws as set forth by our local fire department.
No, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll go ahead and stay standing because that's mine too.
Discuss and vote to remove resolution 160321 and ordinance 160701, 160722, 160729 per rebuilding agreement to abolish 2016 resolutions and ordinances.
Yeah, so back in, I think it was 2020, 2021, when all the guys got back together, 2020. We went in executive session, some of you may remember that, some of you may not. That was part of our agreement was we were gonna abolish the 2016 crap that went on and start fresh, and we started fresh, or we've been doing our part, going by our bylaws, updating them and things like that, so we're just looking to see if we could get that handled.
I do remember that meeting. Moving it too.
Did you make the motion?
Oh, no, but I make a motion to accept that.
And I second it. Yes.
Either way.
If y'all talk up, we need a microphone to sample certain people.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstain?
Thank you all.
I need to get all y'all's
Everybody voted
cancels,
aye.
I need to get all of their signatures after we get them, after
After
the
the
meeting,
meeting.
yes, before y'all leave.
All right, discuss and vote on the minutes from February 18th, 2025 city council meeting and March 3rd, 2025 special city council meeting.
Madam Mayor, anyone else can vote on this. I can't accept the minutes because the minutes aren't worded correctly
Okay,
on February 18th, or on page 2, where it said discuss and vote on Hawkins police officers that were not employed properly by Hawkins City Council, City of Hawkins Ordinance 32-3, and no vote required because this is, in other words, that wasn't voted on.
didn't have to.
You didn't have to vote on it. It says no vote required because of the City of Hawkins ordinance, chapter 32.03, method of selection of police officers.
Yeah, but I have that here.
Okay, let me see it.
3203.
Yeah,
Police chief and mayor shall interview all applicants for the job for police officers and shall make their selection, selection to the city council for approval, and all that was completed.
no, that was the whole discussion that we had last meeting, that wasn't completed.
But it was completed. And
I understand that may be your opinion, and
well,
that's
it's not my
fine.
opinion, but, okay.
But it wasn't completed, and I'm not sure
Okay, all
where
I'm
this
saying
is
is,
going.
well, I'm not voting to, anyone else can vote, but I'm going by this paperwork. This paperwork, if I vote, I'm voting on incorrect paperwork, so I'm not voting on page 2,
Okay,
discuss and vote. I'm not voting on the, because it's not right, I'm not there.
okay, so, but we got it one
Okay.
at a time. So where it says, okay, so that one, and then anything else on page 2.
And then discuss and vote on Eric Tim as interim police chief. That's the two, because those didn't happen in the meeting. And on
Okay.
page 1, on March the 3rd, it was appeals based on the Hawkins Police Department policy, date on November 20th.
Okay,
That was-
I need to know
Okay.
where you are on the
Right here.
page. All right,
That's the only thing that I'm not agreeing with, is those 3 items. So I'm just like, because
November 20 and
they're not
23.
correct.
And was not voted on or approved by city council, the city of Hawkins cannot vote at Hawkins Police Department. Okay, well, that's what happened, and it's already happened, so that you can't change it, because that's
Well, I know that, okay, I can't.
what has already happened.
Okay, okay.
So we can't change the
I know, but
minutes.
the question today is discuss and vote on the minutes for February 18th, 2025, city council meeting, and March 3rd, 2025, special city council meeting. It says discuss and vote. So I'm just saying I'm not voting for that,
Okay,
okay? Because it's not, that, it's supposed to be,
It's not accurate.
we're supposed to be accepting the minutes and voting on them being correct, but they're not correct. That's why I'm saying I'm not voting on it.
okay.
Okay.
And since we are on the subject of 32.03, that line where there was
Where?
discussion made that they were not employed appropriately, in order to terminate the employment, whether it was because it was incorrect or inappropriate, or, you know, for whatever reason that was given, it does require a vote by the council for either hiring or firing, or letting go, or terminating, or whatever terminology that you want to use. It does require a vote from the council to do that. And that was not done. It was not allowed for us to carry the motion. It was, a motion was put on the floor, a second was also there, but the vote was not called for completion.
Okay, and we weren't hiring or terminating, so therefore, there was no vote.
But in order to take an action like that, where you are removing people from employment after they've received paychecks, benefits, whatever, it still requires a vote. So the fact that it's saying no vote required is incorrect. It absolutely had to have a vote, absolutely.
We weren't hiring or firing anyone.
Yeah, actually, we were.
TML.
That's also an opinion.
No, it's a fact, not an opinion, ma'am.
I called TML, and TML said that we had to either vote on dismissing him or vote on keeping them, but we didn't do neither one of those. So we had to do one or the other.
Now,
Right, we weren't
based on
allowed
the
to do both.
information that you're giving TML, that's what they're telling you. And I understand what you're giving them is
That we
You're-
were hired correctly, is what the information I gave. you.
right, and that's not true. That's not
But I
correct.
still can't figure out how come they weren't hired correctly. If they was interviewed by the police chief, the mayor.
Not me. We went through this last,
I know, but I'm just, what TML's telling me and what I'm hearing in our meeting is not the same. I'm not getting told the same information.
right, and it's because when you call TML and you give them information and you say they were hired correctly,
No, I didn't say hired correctly.
okay,
I
you
said-
just told me that's what you said.
I said, they said, how was they hired? I said, the police chief picked them out, the mayor went over their application, and the police chief and the mayor hired them out, and then it was brought in front of the city council.
Okay,
And I
and
said, we
that's
voted them in.
false.
It's not false.
No, it's not
because-
false.
It's not false, because they did bring it in front of the city council.
It did come before the city council.
I have that in my other
But it's
packets.
the steps before that were not done.
Okay, I'm just talking about the steps that was done by the police chief, by the mayor, and by the city council. So I don't know, I'm just now hearing about the other steps that weren't done. I don't know what they were that weren't done.
No, this is all that we talked about in the last meeting. There's 3 steps in that one ordinance, and they were not all done.
But all 3 of those steps are just, all 3 steps are just.
Well, I know you announced it, but that doesn't make it true. It didn't happen.
it
I
does.
was
You're
there
there.
and a part of it.
Yeah, but you're the one that, ma'am, you're the one that checked the application. You're the one that went over with the police chief. Y'all
No,
both
I
okayed it.
didn't.
You didn't
No,
go with the
I told
application?
But you
Yes.
signed the offer
Last
letters.
time.
It don't matter.
So you're not gonna sign an
Doesn't-
offer letter for somebody if you
I
don't have an
absolutely
intent.
did. The
to
last
sign.
woman that
Well, who's sworn
was,
in?
the last person that was
Mm-hmm.
asking to be hired, I signed hers. It goes in front of the council, and the council said, no, that person was not hired.
No,
Y'all
that
have
one
a
didn't go
long
in front of the
agenda, this
council.
is minutes and meetings, this is improper.
What
Ma'am,
this-
hold on a second. This is not improper. All I'm making a statement is, I can't vote on accepting the minutes because the
Okay.
minutes aren't wrote correctly.
And that's
Okay,
fine,
then
so
don't.
please move
That's
on,
fine.
guys.
But this is what happens, is that we use this minutes to grandstand, and what we're not gonna do is do that. I'm not gonna do that, you're not gonna do
I know,
that,
but when
because
you're-
anyone that wants this information can go back to the last meeting and look at it. What happens is that someone will make a motion, and you can say that you abstain, or you say no.
Yeah, but what, when you make a motion, make a second, and you don't vote on it? What about that?
What, I don't understand. So you already know what other people are gonna vote,
No,
No.
I'm saying,
Okay.
when you read a line item, and someone makes a motion, and
correct?
someone else makes a second,
Right?
and then we're told we're not voting on that, I'm just asking about that, because TML said that's incorrect.
Okay, so, again, when you call TML and you give them information,
I mean, the
They
information I
give
give you to
you-
is correct.
okay,
When you read a line item, someone makes a motion, someone else makes a second, you have to carry the vote. That is,
unless
okay.
you're voting on something that is already illegal
But
based
that's not
on our
illegal.
ordinance.
That, ma'am, I just showed you, that's the ordinance.
There are 3 steps in that ordinance, and all 3 of those steps did not happen.
Ma'am, but
No, I'm done.
I know,
This is
I have a
not,
question. You have the ordinance on the paperwork that we're going by.
yes,
Okay, but that's that ordinance right there.
yes, there's 3 steps in that ordinance. I broke it down last meeting. I don't know what else you want
Okay.
me to do.
All right. Okay, I'm just saying I can't vote on this.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from February 18th and March the 3rd.
do I have a second? I understand your personal, like, I understand where you're coming from, but we're voting on minutes. These minutes cannot be changed. This
Well,
is
no,
what
I know that.
happened.
I know,
Yes,
ma'am, that's what
But
I'm
the
saying.
minutes are
The
not
minutes
correct.
aren't correct.
Top them up.
See, they're not correct, so you can't say they can't be
Okay,
changed
but-
by not voting on incorrect minutes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
The minutes are
hey.
not, they're inaccurate.
Okay,
Okay,
can I?
okay.
Okay, so that happened. If you think it's incorrect,
It is, but
That
that's not what
is-
happened.
okay, then
That's
you
not
tell
what
me
happened
what
with the-
happened. You tell me what happened.
What happened was
What
there
should
was,
it be, what should it say? Based on
it
what
said
happened.
discuss and vote, there was no vote taking.
Okay.
Discuss and vote, there's no vote taken.
Right,
If we would've got the vote taken, we wouldn't be, all the rest of it wouldn't be clear.
okay, so we need to take out the word vote, is what you're saying?
Yeah, the vote is,
Yeah, but,
needs to be removed because we
Okay.
didn't, we
but
didn't
it
get the
still
vote.
doesn't
Okay,
fix it.
so,
Just take out the vote.
But since we didn't vote, that means,
Well, you said that no vote
Nothing
was
happened.
required, and that's
No.
not true. That's false.
okay, just,
So vote needs to be taken out, and so does no vote was required, or no
Okay.
vote required on both of those
That
sections.
ain't what was said on the tape.
no, it wasn't what was said on the tape.
I have the tape, that's
understand.
why I listened to the tape and I took the minutes of part of the tape recording.
I understand.
well, ma'am,
And
if you
that's what it
listen
said
to,
on, I did listen to it
so
three
you caught all the
times.
motions and seconds and everything?
Yes,
And-
I've
and
got
you caught
everything
all the part
down,
about
but
no
I-
vote?
yes, and you can
Did
get
you
it.
catch the part about no one voted?
Well, you can, do you watch the video of it?
Ma'am?
Hey, no,
Okay, all right,
no,
I still can't vote on this, y'all.
no, and
Yeah,
that's
that's fine.
perfectly
I'm not
fine.
gonna
So
vote
if
on
we
it either.
change it
It's not
exactly
right.
the way you want it, you're still gonna not vote on it.
Well, if we change it the way it should have been,
Okay.
it should have been, discuss and vote on Hawkins police officers that were not appropriately proposed by the city council. And they were approved by the city council.
Okay, now we're putting in,
No, I'm not
Your
putting, I'm
own-
putting in,
Yes, you're
I'm putting
in
on what is wrote
That
on
was
here.
not what happened.
Okay, the moral of the story is, what's typed in here is not what happened.
that's
what I'm saying.
absolutely what happened.
What happened?
We
Okay.
discussed it,
Is there,
we did not vote,
But you
I let you know-
refused to carry the vote.
I let you
To
know
call the
why.
vote.
I know, but like I said, the
And then-
policy, okay.
Because of me letting you know why, there was no vote required.
Okay, I
I
can't,
took my appropriate steps to make sure that we were covered.
okay. Well, I can't vote on this, y'all.
Okay?
Can't.
She has one.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to ask a question or make a statement. When you call TML, or one of the council members call TML, there needs to be more than just that person there, because you don't know what Eric told them. Eric doesn't know what you said to him. Alita calls them. If they're gonna call TML, they need to come up here and do it with you or the secretary or somebody else. This calling individually, it depends, like you say, how you word it as to how they're going to give you their opinion.
It's a good suggestion. I like it. So, these are the minutes. I'm not sure what you want me to change because this is in fact what happened. We discussed it. I allowed y'all to go back and forth. We went back and forth for quite a while. We went over the ordinance 32.03. We talked about the steps. Then I told you guys, based on the 3 steps in 32.03 that were not done, there was no vote required because it would have been done out of motion. And so we moved on with no vote. That is clearly what is stated there in that paragraph.
That's not correct. That's, it's
Okay.
not,
We're not gonna get anywhere
Yeah.
by this, so I'm just,
yeah,
I'm
we're
not
just
voting on
gonna,
it
let's
because
just
Okay, so,
move not
Well, there ain't no
to.
if we were to reinstate the police officers, then we would be okay.
oh,
Because legal counsel says the city council has to vote on dismissal.
okay, so we're not dismissing, we didn't hire, we didn't fire, that's why we're making it a right.
Yeah, but what about the meeting when we said, as of midnight tonight, you're no longer employed? They're classifying, their attorneys are classifying that as being fired.
Well, that's, their attorneys can do that.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
not in
but-
control of
But you're the one that
that.
said though, Madam Mayor. You said it's midnight tonight, you're dismissed, you're
That
released.
never came, I would not say
Ma'am,
as
you
of
said-
midnight tonight.
Yeah,
I
ma'am.
wouldn't say
Okay.
something like that. That's not my lingo. I wouldn't talk that
What
way.
about, you say you're no longer employed?
No.
After midnight tonight?
You're no longer Hawkins police officers. You
That's what you said.
never
You said-
were.
You said you're no longer Hawkins police officers
Okay.
after midnight tonight.
Okay,
I'm just,
what, I need to know what the goal is. What is the goal for
well, the
this?
goal is, I'm having numerous businesses giving me a hard time, and I'm spending too much time on the telephone. Everybody calling me, saying, when are we gonna get our police department back?
Then you need to step down as a council member, because that's part of being a council member.
Well, no, but I'm agreeing with them. I'm agreeing
Okay.
with
I
them.
don't think that is.
And that's not a good
I don't think that's
thing to say.
befitting of a council
If you
to
want
say
police
that.
department, if you want police
Ma'am.
department,
I said, I don't think that's very good of a mayor to say that to a councilman, that he should step down because he is being constantly called by citizens, asking his approval and asking, what are we going to do about our police department?
see, what happened at our meeting 2 months ago, we said, next week, we'll get together and, you know, me and the chief, not me, but the mayor and the chief was gonna interview. And I'm getting told that we have 3 applications, and we've had 2 of them for 2 months.
Well, I don't know about the 2 months, but
Well,
yes, we have
February,
3 applications.
For,
but we
for
don't,
what?
Police chief.
Well, Mandy told me that we had 2 applicants seeking applications
I was
for
told we got
police
3.
chief. Mandy told me. Well, you
We have
told me
3 now.
2. Okay, she told me 2 then.
As of now, we have 3.
Okay.
Okay, so do we want to do this? Is this the goal? I'm
this is
not
this is
sure,
all messed up.
From what
because,
I hear, the goal is that we reinstate our policemen that have been let go.
okay, that's
Else
definitely not
we,
what
the
this
Sunners,
is.
can-
Yes.
maybe not, but that's what it's all about.
Yes.
That's what it's all about. And, Ms. Norma just made a very good suggestion a few minutes ago, whether we go by it or not. But I'm in agreement with what she's saying.
Oh, I agree,
Because,
absolutely.
one thing is being printed from the secretary, you're calling the state or whomever, Eric is calling, and Elita's calling. So, we need to get together on this, people. We need
Exactly,
to get
Ms. Kay.
together on this. Or
Exactly.
else we're going no place.
I agree.
And our city is without protection. And don't tell me that we can call Wood County, and Wood County will be here. Certainly they'll be here. When?
When they can,
When?
when they can.
But locally, we would have had a police department to act. Is that not right, Mayor?
We
Mayor,
need a
I
police
think
department.
one of the main things
Well,
that's
when you ask me a
happening,
question, I can't.
one of the main things that's happening to us is that votes are not being carried through. Once something has been voted on, I don't care if I vote yea or nay, the votes are counted, and that's the way it is.
Unless it's out of order.
What do you mean unless it's out of order?
You
Once a
cannot
vote
vote
has,
on something or make a motion on something that's illegal.
I don't understand where, because all we hear is everything's illegal. I don't understand. That's all everything I get is everything's illegal.
I'm just gonna make a statement. Do you not realize that these guys could already be back to work?
Yeah, I know,
Okay,
They should never
But we're
be terminated.
Never left.
this,
but I know,
instead
They should
of,
never
we're
have
making
left.
a right.
I know, but what I'm asking is,
what do you want them to
a
do?
month ago, you said next week we'll get them
Last
back.
meeting and the meeting before that, I told everyone, this is how we can do it. Everyone will be covered, we can move forward, and
But the meeting hadn't ever happened yet.
what meeting?
You said you're gonna do it the right, you said
You're
you're
supposed
gonna
to
do
call
it.
a special meeting and that never happened.
You said you're gonna call a special meeting, get them back hired, you said
That
you
was for
wanted
the
to rehire
fall.
them.
No, it was, let's move forward, grab a chief, hire a chief,
I know,
That's
but-
not what you
but we
said.
got, okay, we got applications.
they
3
reapply.
We got 3 applications for since February. And this is, March.
It's gonna cost the
I'm
city
just
so much
asking,
money.
we haven't
No,
gotten the interview
you
on
know
that.
what's gonna cost the city so much money?
What?
Is
The
when
lawsuits.
the
That they're
lawsuits
gonna
come in
bring
from the
them.
citizens.
Well, no, that's why we need to get our police department back.
Oh, okay, some of them filed for unemployment and they got approved for unemployment, so that makes them that they don't wanna come back, so.
Yes.
No, that doesn't.
That means they need to eat. They want to eat. That's the reason that happens.
I have offered last meeting and the meeting before that, I have offered for them to come forward, reapply, and let's do it the right way. And everyone would be back to work by now.
Not unless the letting them go, or however you want to word it, was done illegally to begin with.
It wasn't
And
done
then, yes, it
illegally.
was. And I'm sorry, I beg to differ, Madam Mayor, but I'm sorry.
Yes,
I
sir.
remember a language specifically mentioning 72 hours.
Yes, that was the
to get
plan.
this, and that never happened.
Right, because the next day, they decided to get lawyers instead of reapply for the jobs that they wanted. Yes, I did say 72 hours. If everyone wanted their job back.
But they've been saying they wanted their job back for over a month.
They haven't called me. I haven't talked to them. Yes, ma'am.
My understanding, and I was at that meeting, but I wasn't at the very last one, the special. My understanding was that, y'all were gonna call the Attorney General's office or some other office the next morning.
Yes, I did that.
I don't know, okay.
Yes.
And were y'all y'all were not together on that? Okay,
Nope.
that was
Yes.
Norma's suggestion.
Yes.
That would have been great.
Yep.
But my understanding was from asking the judge twice, that they could not, they could not be rehired. I mean, they couldn't be, y'all couldn't go retroactively and rehire them. I understand that part. But your rules also say that you had to have a police chief. We don't have a police chief.
Right.
And so there's
Right.
no way you're gonna get a police chief hired within 72 hours and those guys be able to reply. I do not blame them for going and trying to protect their family income.
Okay. Yes.
I fought every council member up there. You all want a police chief? There's applications. Which one of you have signed up for a special meeting to pull those apps to get us coverage? Everybody talks about they
Well,
want.
that's not live up to us, Sharonda.
No, that's not up to us.
Yeah,
not live up
exactly.
to us.
And
You
I-
can't say it's not up to you. You can't because the power,
Council.
y'all have the power and she does what's vested in y'all. You call for a special council meeting to do everything else. Why can't you?
Okay, I didn't know about the police officers that applied for the job until 2 meetings ago when Madam Secretary, when we were talking about the police chief, she said, I got 2 applications in my office. My question is, if they're in her office over a month ago, how come we haven't been able to how come we haven't interviewed them?
Exactly.
You know, because, and then we got 3, but we haven't interviewed any. And we can't interview them until she says, hey, let's, we've got these officers lined up, let's interview them, but she hasn't said that.
That's not her job. That's my job.
Well, I know, but you haven't
I'm
said
in
it.
the middle of
I know,
background.
I know, but what I'm saying, she hadn't said it, you hadn't said it.
I'm in the middle of background.
But here's what she said.
Y'all found out 2 months ago
Yeah,
that we had
Right,
applications.
2 months ago, Mandy
Okay.
said it might be the middle of May before we get
I didn't
time
say that.
to interview them.
Why did you sit there and say
Why?
that? I say
Well,
May. I did not
Stop.
say the middle of May. Why do you be truthful? Quit lying.
Stop.
Okay, hold on.
Stop.
In her office, she told me that. I don't
I
know
don't
what
did
it
know
is.
it.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it does matter because we need to interview them.
I understand that, but do you want me to just throw them at you and y'all do all the work?
Well, I mean, 2 months, I mean, it
Do you
seems
want to
like-
do the background?
It don't take 2 months.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I mean, okay. Well, all I'm asking is we need to get, that's something to get moved, it needs to get moved, like it needs to be a priority thing.
Okay.
And then we're back to, you're saying you want to interview them and the police chief, and when you get a police chief.
Right.
That way we can get officers because the citizens, the businesses, I got gas stations, Brookshire's, gas stations, the bank, Sonic, everybody are used to the police officers coming over there at, when they close at night and driving to the parking lot and making, and now they're nervous wrecks.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, really, I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, anyway, back, I don't have nothing else to say.
Mayor, have you done a background check on Schaefer?
I'm getting there. Yes.
You have done a
Not-
background check on him?
Big deal.
Not legal.
What do you call it?
Not through
legal?
T-Cole.
So we did his one.
Yes, sir.
So she was saying that one of them's on unemployment. How, I mean, it's not my department, but how is he getting unemployment?
I have
if he
no
was
idea.
Hired illegally?
I have no idea, and that's something
Yeah,
beyond
I mean,
my
I'm just
scope.
looking as admin.
Yeah, no, it's beyond my scope. I can't speak
Yeah.
Texas Workforce Commission. I sent them all the information in and explained the whole situation, and they make their decision if they get, if that person gets it or not.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, at your last meeting, you did mention that there were two applicants. We've had council members go around you by 3 of them signing for a special meeting. We've had 2 applicants, and I don't understand why the 3 that were so quick to call for a special meeting haven't called for one to hire a chief. Now we have 3, and we're not gonna have another meeting until next month. So,
She just
you
got
know,
this
this is a
thing,
dead horse.
but she just got this thing that she hadn't been able to,
Do the background check.
properly.
Do what properly?
You said you hadn't had time to do the application properly.
Or the background.
The background check.
No, I said I'm in the middle
Okay,
of doing
okay.
backgrounds.
Okay, that's good.
Are we still hung up on minutes?
Yeah.
Yep, that went all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but if they're declared not hired legally, which I believe they were, there's so, I mean, yeah, you told the chief of, I understand you saying it's a mistake, but they told the chief of police that they could hire, and they were hired in good faith. And they signed the papers, you signed the papers for hiring and to pay them.
I signed the job
and
offer.
And you swore them in, and when the chief gave the monthly report, everybody clapped, and they accepted that report, and they were hired through that report. So I'm not understanding that they aren't really, they were hired, period.
Okay,
But what
so-
kills, all right, give me my minute. Anyway, my understanding is though, if you declare them not hired properly, that all the things that they did, like tickets and arrests and other things like that, go out the window.
That's what I'm being
That's
told,
what it
yes.
Yes, so that's the problem, is that everything that they did and all the tickets and the arrests and everything like that, nobody wants those to go away, because
No.
they want to, you know, they want law and order.
Yes.
So,
I
they
do too.
have, and from everything I've seen, I don't see how you could say they were hired illegally, because quite honestly, this thing has become such a mess. I don't wanna see you or anybody else obstruction of justice.
Okay, so,
Because that's obstruction of justice that they've already done, and of course, they haven't been paid for the work they already did.
okay, so legally, in your local government codes or your, I'll think of it, basically, the way we've always hired,
And I heard you say all of that
Can't.
last time, but there's more good than that. Do no harm.
okay, I just want to explain this. In the local government code, it explains, and we've always done hiring a certain way. And you can't just change it, like putting it in the minutes or something like that. You can't just change it like that. Government actually will not allow you to do that. That's where the first basis is.
What is the code section for that, please?
I don't have it.
I would like to know what that is.
I don't have it.
Okay, so,
So what happens to all the, the crimes that happened before? They're all out the window and they can go commit them again, or what?
Like what?
I don't understand. That's just
Like, what kind of
not right.
crimes? I don't know what we're talking about now.
Well, there's been a lot of people arrested and, also.
There's only been 2.
Okay, and, but what happens then?
Well, it goes to a different investigator, because I guess they're not done investigating that. I can't get very clear answers on those investigations myself, so I don't know. Yes, sir.
There are 2 of us that I know of, myself included, who have recently installed extra security cameras with DVR capability on our premises. And there have been recent violations of those property rights by some individual. I'm told I need to add more cameras and get more angles, which would help them out, but unfortunately, I'm by myself now. I have to defend my house,
So who told you you needed to get more angles and more cameras?
Wood County.
Okay, so have you shown those videos?
Yeah,
To
there's not
the
enough
police?
information to determine who the person is.
Okay. Shonda?
I don't mean to be rude, but can we get back to either y'all voting or not, or going no vote with something about, hey, let her redo it, type it up, but can we move on? This is not about the police department in this item right here.
I know.
Is there any way we can vote on reinstating our officers even with back pay?
No,
Can we have a vote?
no, it's not on the agenda.
You have to put it on the agenda to vote, all y'all know that.
Let's
Yeah.
put it on the agenda.
No.
Actually, a motion
The
came.
agenda has to
And
be
seconded.
approved first by the council members.
Right.
So any
How many
council
times
member
have we done
can,
that?
3 of them can
You
get on that
didn't do
agenda by
that.
itself without her.
but
Ever.
any three, I understand that, but
You can't
you're
just
not
start-
always right either.
I understand that completely, but you can't just start willy-nilly doing stuff because you want your way.
No, it's Robert's Rules of Order.
Yes.
It says
Not
that,
on the agenda.
Well,
That's
it
what
can
According
be.
to Robert's Rules of Order.
where in Robert's Rules of Order does it
Add
state that you
something
can
to-
put something on the agenda in the middle of a meeting? Considering it does not give the public 72 hours.
It
Please tell me
doesn't.
where it states that.
It does say that.
Yes,
I
Where?
read it in the Robert's
Yes.
Rules.
Councilmember Taylor, where does it state that?
Yeah.
So we're gonna skip over number 9?
There's a motion on the floor.
There is a motion on the floor
What is it? What's the motion?
to accept the minutes.
No.
We already had a second on that. Is there,
No.
nobody need a
No.
second?
No,
No.
she just keeps saying no.
And then we said take out the word vote.
We, yeah,
Said
that
discuss,
didn't,
we've discussed.
I know, and I'm not appeasing anyone enough, so we either need to move forward or continue talking.
But to skip over it.
We can't skip over it.
Have another special meeting.
Mayor, can you poll them? Because I know in the rules, it asks you for one, and then it asks you one by one, have them say
The
yes or
same
no.
thing for name and
We need to-
There is
I
no
didn't, no
second.
one did though, Montana.
There's no second.
There is no second for the motion.
Somebody else got a different motion?
Minutes disapproved?
I mean, what else, how else do y'all want me to type it in there? I mean, I'm listening to the tape and I typed it exactly what it was said on the tape. So, I
I
can't
don't-
change what's on the tape.
I understand that you're,
If they want another motion, I'll make one. Okay, I'll make a motion that we skip over number 9 and.
No action?
we already have a motion on the floor.
Okay, then we'll just,
he can rescind his motion.
Yes.
He can rescind his motion.
Yes.
Eric, you can rescind the original motion.
No, the original motion came
Was
from
Meredith.
Meredith.
yeah, Meredith made a motion to accept it. I said I can't accept it
But
because
do
it's
you-
not.
I
Minutes,
just want to make sure you understand. I totally get that you're unhappy about that.
it's not that I'm
and
unhappy, it's just
that
I'm
you
not.
think it's wrong. I totally
I
understand
don't
that.
think it's wrong, I know it's wrong.
I
I'm
know,
reading it.
okay,
I'm
I
reading
get
it.
that's what you say. I
Right.
get that's
It's not
what you
okay,
say.
hold on, ma'am.
But that
Hold
doesn't
on,
change
hold
that this
on.
actually happened.
But it
Hold on,
didn't,
everybody.
not the way it's
Hold
written.
on, everybody, it's not what I'm saying, it's what I'm reading. I didn't print this up, but I'm not okaying it because talking about go by the law, I'm going by the law. I'm not okaying something that's incorrect. I'm just being honest. Anyone else that okays it, that's out of line, but I'm not okaying it.
Why would you put that judgment on your other councilmen?
Well, they can, if they,
They're free to do what they say
okay,
and
they can do what they
think.
wanna do, but I'm not voting.
Can't do that.
Okay, I'm not voting for this, because it's not correct.
It says discuss and vote on Hawkins police officers that were not employed appropriately. That's true.
We never voted, ma'am.
No, we
We
didn't.
never
I'm
voted.
going through
But what I'm trying to
the
say,
sentence and letting you know, like, step by step, like, okay, that.
okay, so that never happened, the first sentence didn't happen.
Correct, and I told you, that's when I announced the agenda item. And that's what the agenda item said, that's when I
Right.
announced the agenda, okay, so then we get to the 32.03.
Right, that got the
And then I
32.03 right there.
explained to you that that is a three-step ordinance. Those 3 steps were not done. Therefore, the next sentence says, no vote was required because the City of Hawkins Ordinance Chapter 32.03, method of selection of police
I got the
officers.
ordinance right there. We're repeating ourselves over and over again.
I
I'm
know,
not-
and that's what I do not understand.
Because that's not
But a
what
vote
happened.
was
Okay,
required.
This is a minute. She
You
typed up
can't
the
say
minutes on
no
what
vote
happened.
required.
She
That's
typed
the
up
issue
minutes
that we're
of what
having.
happened. But this isn't
I don't know what,
happened.
how else to say it.
That's not what happened.
If you have a problem with what happened, there's a way to deal with that. If you have a problem with this is the way it happened.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
It didn't happen like that.
Okay, so tell me what happened.
What happened, we never was allowed to vote. We made a
Okay, it
vote.
says no vote required
No, it's
because
not. Hold on,
of
ma'am.
Vote
City
was
Hawkins.
required, absolutely required.
Okay, how about we put this? How about we say the mayor said no vote required because of City Hawkins ordinance 32.03?
Because that's not correct neither, because I got the ordinance right there.
The ordinance is 3 steps that did not happen.
Okay, ma'am.
I was the only one there and telling you it didn't happen. Why would I say that I gave authority that I wasn't allowed to give? Why would I do that to myself?
Okay, well, question is.
I'm literally sitting
okay.
here telling you the truth because
Okay.
something was done wrong and I wanna make it right.
Okay, I have the ordinance right there.
Yeah,
So
but what
if it's
you
a
did didn't
three-step-
make it
If
right.
it's a 3-step ordinance, all I'm asking for is give me step 2 and give me step 3, because I don't
Step
have it.
1,
Step 1.
pull out the ordinance. I'm gonna show you. I'm happy to do this. Okay, 3203.
And then it goes to 3205.
Okay. 3203.
Right.
The police chief and mayor shall interview all applicants for the job of police officers.
Which they did.
That's step 1. That did not happen.
Yeah, it did.
No, but I'm not gonna get into it
How
with
can
you.
it, ma'am, how can you get it? How can it not happen?
Listen, I'm going step 2.
Okay, was the
And-
police chief there?
Yes,
Was the mayor there?
no.
The mayor wasn't, how'd you swear him in if you weren't there?
That did not happen in the same day.
I know, but it still happened.
No, okay, so step 2. And shall make their selection and present this selection to the city council.
Y'all did.
No, we did not present
Okay,
to
we're
the
not
city
getting anywhere.
council. You're right, we're not getting anywhere
Because this is fact and this
It
is
was
not
presented
fact.
to the
Because
council,
this isn't what happened.
because you even read them. Anyway,
Y'all,
okay.
I can't vote on that, y'all.
Okay,
Yeah, I can't either.
then, when the vote comes up and the motion's on the floor, you can abstain.
What I did, I was
See,
saying, she
and
made a
that's-
motion.
Just vote no.
That's what I'm talking about,
But I'm not-
is that we're
Not
reading the
abstaining.
minutes.
Vote no.
To vote,
So
we're
that's
reading
how
the
we
minutes
vote.
to vote and approve the minutes. That's what we're voting on.
Can I talk?
And you can
Okay.
abstain.
All right.
Can I please?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening to you.
Okay,
I just am trying to get you to
Okay.
listen, okay?
okay,
So we're talking about the minutes.
right.
You and I can disagree, perfectly fine, okay? But we don't get to stand here and talk about it for hours.
Okay.
This is the minutes.
Okay,
So we make a motion. If you don't agree,
okay,
abstain, say no,
okay, no.
whatever you want to say, okay? That's your right
Okay,
as your council
don't say
member.
anything else.
Okay. So we have a motion on the floor.
Meredith, state your motion again, please.
Motion to accept the minutes from February 18th and March 3rd meetings.
What happened to the special city council meeting?
That was March
That was
3rd.
March 3rd.